बेले जो लाइव होना से लिखे बेले जो लाइव होची सर्वर सेट है ठीक है
Good evening, everybody. Come to the set number. Come to the your GK. July, the month of July. Month of July personality. हमें discuss करते हैं personality ऊपर है. हमें discuss करते हैं personalities ऊपर है. Right, यदि personalities कुछ में your CS Seshadri, Professor CS Seshadri, Professor CS Seshadri dead. Professor CS Seshadri dead. Okay. CS Seshadri dead. Associates with mathematics. Associates with mathematics. Associates with mathematics. Go to the net. Go to the next. Neil Satyanarayan. Neela Satyanarayan. Satyanarayan SATYANARAYN. Bagalaka dead. First women election commissioner election commissioner, first women election commissioner Maharashtra, first women election commissioner Maharashtra. Recently the women, first women election commissioner of Maharashtra got dead. Go to the next. Nagini Das Sangvi. Nagin Das Sangvi. Bracket dead. Padma Shri winner journalist. Padma Shri winner journalist. Nagini Das Sangvi. Padma Shri winner journalist. Next one. Your Abad bin Hassan. Abad bin Hassan Awad bin Hassan Jami, dead. Renowned Gujarati cartoonist, Gujarati cartoonist, Gujarati cartoonist, the Gujarati cartoonist Abad bin Hassan Jami, dead. The Gujarat cartoonist, the Gujarat cartoonist. He's famously known as Jami. Famously known as Jami. He is famously known as Jami. Amadou Gon Kalubili. Amadou Gon Kalubili. Coulibali. Kalubili, dead. Kalubili, dead. Prime Minister of Ivory Coast. PM of Ivory Coast. PM of Ivory Coast. PM of Ivory Coast. PM of Ivory Coast. Prime Minister of Ivory Coast. Go to the next. Go to the next. Prime Minister of Ivory Coast. Prime Minister of Ivory Coast. Prime Minister of Ivory Coast. Charles Daniel, dead. Charles Daniel. But Charlie Daniels. Who is this fellow? Charlie Daniel, musician, dead. Charlie Daniel, musician, dead. Inducted into Music Hall of Fame. Inducted in the Music Hall of Fame. Music Hall of Fame. Inducted in the Music Hall of Fame. Inducted in the Music Hall of Fame 2016. 2016 Music Hall of Fame. 2016 Music Hall of Fame. Hall of Jagdeep, dead. Jagdeep, dead. The famous Bollywood actor, famous Bollywood comedian, famous Bollywood comedian, right? Bollywood comedian, famous Bollywood comedian Jagdeep, recently dead. Recently dead. Go to the next. Clear. His name is Syed Istaki Ahmad Jafri. His actual name is Syed Istaki, ISHTIAQ, Istaki Ahmad, AHMED, Ahmad Jafri. Syed Istaki Ahmad Jafri. Syed Istaki Ahmad Jafri. Syed Istaki Ahmad Jafri. Next one. Carl Renner, CRL, Carl Renner, RENIR, Renner, dead. Carl Renner, dead. Carl Renner, dead. The veteran, the Hollywood comedian legend, the Hollywood comedian, dead. The Hollywood comedian, dead. Saroj Khan, dead. Saroj Khan, dead. The veteran choreographer, Saroja Khan, then the veteran choreographer. Go to the next. Appointment and resignation. Who are the new personality recently appointed and resigned? The appointment and resignation. Appointment and resignation. N. Sivaraman. Dead. M. Sivaraman. Appointed. N. Sivaraman. Appointed as the MD and CEO. MD and CEO of ICRA. What is ICRA? Indian Credit Rating Agency. What is ICRA? Indian Credit Rating Agency. What is ICRA? Indian Credit Rating Agency. Indian Credit Rating Agency. Next, like Archana Soren. Archana, who is this Archana Soren? Archana Soren, SORENG Soren, United Nations Chief to New Advisory Groups. United Nations Chief to New Advisory Groups. United Nations Chief to New Advisory Group. Advisory Group. Advisory Group. Archana Soren named by United Nations Chief to the new advisory group. New advisory group. Clear. Presently, who is the United Nations Secretary General? United Nations Secretary General. United Nations Antonio Guterres. ANTONIO. Antonio Guterres. 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 United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres. Go to the next. Go to the next. United Nations Antonio Guterres. Varun Sridhar. Who is this? Varun Sridhar. Varun Sridhar. Who is this one? CEO of Paytm Money. CEO of Paytm Money. Varun Sridhar is the CEO of Paytm Money. Paytm Money. HM HICHM. HM MECHICHI. New Prime Minister of Tunisia. New PM of Tunisia. TUNISIA. New PM of Tunisia. New PM of Tunisia. Previously Ellis. ELYS. Ellis. FAKH. Faka. Alicia Faka. Alicia Faka. Alicia Faka. Go to the next. Ribha Ganguly. Ribha RIBA. Ribha Ganguly. Ribha Ganguly. Secretary East in MEA. Secretary East in MEA. Secretary East in MEA. Ribha Ganguly. Secretary East in MEA. Ministry of External Affairs. Previously Vijay Thakur Singh. Previously Vijay Thakur Singh. Previously Vijay Thakur Singh. Previously Vijay Thakur Singh. Vijay Thakur Singh. Sahil Seth. Who is this Sahil Seth? A child. Sahil Seth. Sahil Seth. Honorary advisor to honorary advisor to advisor for BRICS CCI. Honorary advisor to BRICS CCI. What is BRICS? BRICS CCI. What is CCI? Chamber of Commerce and Industry. What is CCI? Chamber of Commerce and Industry. CCI Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Navin Tahilani. Navin Tahilani. Navin Tahilani. TAHILYANI. Navin Tahilani. MD and CEO of Navin Tahilani. MD and CEO of Tata AI. Tata AIA Life Limited. Tata AIA Life Limited. Tata AIA Life Limited. Tata AIA Life Limited. Go to the next. Clear? International news of July. International international news of July. July ro international news kon achi? Clear? Go to the next. India medical assistance worth USD 1 million to North Korea. India medical assistant worth USD 1 million to North Korea to fight with tuberculosis, to fight with TB, but tuberculosis. Next, go to the next. India and UK sign the FTA. What is FTA? Free trade agreement. Clear. Free trade agreement. Ministry of State, Commerce and Industry. Ministry of State, Commerce and Industry. Ministry of State, Commerce and Industry. Ministry of States, Commerce and Industry. That is, who is the Ministry of States, Commerce and Hardeep Singh Puri. This is Hardeep Singh Puri. Hardeep Singh Puri is the Ministry of States, Commerce and Industry. US Secretary of State for international trade, Elizabeth Toss, Truss, Elizabeth, international trade, US Secretary of State for international trade, that is Elizabeth Truss. Go to the next. United Nations General Assembly. United Nations General first time it is virtual. It is in virtual mode. First time it is in virtual mode. 75 years. After 75 years. First time it is in virtual mode. After 75 years. Like a Tianwen. What is it? Tianwen 1. What is Tianwen 1? First independent mission to Mars. 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 Launched by China. Right, Ministry of State independent charges. Right, go to the Ministry of State independent charges. Right, go to the next. Ministry of State independent charges. Go to the next. Corner. No, Piyush Goyal Ministry of State no. Piyush Goyal Union Minister. State no. Malik. Piyush Goyal Union Minister is not a state minister. He is a union minister. Hardeep Singh Puri is the Ministry of State independent charges. Piyush Goyal is the union minister, but Hardeep Singh Puri is the state minister. There is a huge difference between union minister and state minister. Right? State minister is a part of union minister. It's not a completely union minister. Right? Go to the next. Right? Tian-1, first independent missile to March, launched by China. China. Go to the next. Wing Chun Space Satellite Center. Wen Chang Space Satellite Center, Wen Chang, that is South China, Wen Chang Satellite Space Center, South China, it is in South China. Go to the next. ANIS, ANASIS-2. What is this? First military satellite by South Korea. 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 Honesty. Right. Go to the next. Go to the next one. South Korea. Right. Hope. Hope. What do you mean by hope? It's a mission to Mars. Mission to Mars. Hope is a mission to Mars. Launched by UAE. Launched by UAE. Hope a mission to Mars. Launched by UAE. Hope a mission to Mars. Launched by UAE. Launched by UAE. Hope mission to Mars. Launched by UAE. UAE. Go to the next. UK ban companies from outsourcing 5G equipments from Huawei HUAWEI. UK ban the companies from sourcing 5G equipment from Huawei HUAWEI. Go to the next. Elys Fakfak, Elys ELYES, Elys Fakfak, FAKH, resign. He is the Prime Minister of Tunisia. The Prime Minister of Tunisia recently resigned. Singapore enters into recession. Singapore enters into recession. GDP falls by 41.2%. Singapore enters into recession. GDP falls by 41.2%. GDP falls by 41.2%. Right? This is recession. 41 minus 41.2%. Minus 41.2%. Go to the next. First nation to complete. First nation to complete clinical trial. First nation to complete clinical trial of vaccine. Russia. First nation to complete the clinical trial of vaccine. Russia. Go to the next. Andrzej Duda, ANDRZEJ, Duda, Andrzej Duda, President of Poland. Andrzej Duda, President of Poland. Andrzej Duda is the President of Poland. Andrzej Duda is the President of Poland. Go to the next. Andrzej Duda is the President of Poland. Maldives and Sri Lanka. Maldives and Sri Lanka eliminate eliminate measles and rubella, measles and rubella by 2023. Maldives and Sri Lanka eliminate measles and rubella by 2023, declared by WHO and SEER, declared by WHO and SEER, right? WHO, World Health Organization, SEER, Southeast Asian region, Southeast Asian, Southeast Asian region, Southeast Asian region. Go to the next. Go to the next one, right? Like US withdraw from WHO, US withdraw from WHO, US withdraw from WHO. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, Secretary of State of USA Mike Pompeo, Mike Pompeo. Go to the next. Jean Castex, 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 Prime Minister of France. Jean Castex is the Prime Minister of France. Jean Castex, the Prime Minister of France. Jean Castex, the Prime Minister of France. Go to the next. Jean Castex is the Prime Minister of France. President Emmanuel Macron, who is the President in Emmanuel EMMANUEL, Macron, 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 Emmanuel Macron. Right, previously Edouard Philippe, previous Prime Minister Edouard Edouard Philippe, PHILIPP, Philippe, Edouard Philippe. Look, OFEK 16, new spy satellite, launched by Israel, new spy satellite launched by Israel, right, to tackle with Iran, new space satellite launched by Israel to tackle with Iran, Go to the next. Like Russia approve new constitutional reforms, Russia approve new constitutional reform. Vladimir Putin may stay as the president of Russia by 2036. এই जो ହେଇଛି କଣ न्यू रूल्स माने पास करूछन जादरे व्लादिमीर पुतिन 2036 जाके प्रेसिडेंट रही परिबे, राइट? tenure of Russian president 4 years, tenure of Russian president 4 years, tenure of US president 4 years, tenures of US president 4 years. Go to the next. Okay. FCC designates two Chinese company as NST, National security threat, national security threats, national security threat. What is FCC? Federal Communication Federal Communication Commission, Federal Communication Commission, Federal Communication Federal Communication FCC designate two Chinese company as NST national security threat. That is Federal Communication Commission. Which two company? Huawei, 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 and ZTE Technology, Huawei and ZTE Technology, Huawei and ZTE Technology, Huawei and ZTE Technology, Huawei and ZTE Technology. Go to the next. Huawei and ZTE Technology. China passed the national security law. China passed the national security law for Hong Kong. China passed the national security law for Hong Kong. For Hong Kong. Hong Kong celebrated the 23rd anniversary. Hong Kong celebrated the 23rd anniversary. 23rd anniversary 23 वर्ष पूर्वे हांगकांग को चाइना को हैंडओवर करा जायतला अरे 23rd इयर्स कोन सेलिब्रेट करूचंदे एनिवर्सरी. Go to the next. Now come to the little bit of national news. National news. National news. Like a CCPA. What is CCPA? Central Consumer Protection. Central Consumer Protection Authority. Central Consumer Protection Authority. Set up by Government of India. Set up by Government of India. It is set up by Government of India. It is set up by Government of India. Set up by Government of India. Right? Government of India. Objective to promote, protect. Objective to protect. Objective to protect the right of consumers. The right of consumers. Objective to protect right of consumer. What is IIPA? IIPA. What is IIPA? Indian Institute of Public Administration. 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 Go to the next. Indian Institute of Public Administration. Niti Aayog and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation launched the AIM ICREST incubator program. Niti Aayog and Bill Melinda Gates Foundation launched the AIM ICREST incubator program. Go to the next. Go to the clear. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Green AG project, Green AG project launched in Mizoram, Green AG project launched in Mizoram. Green AG project launched in Mizoram. It is funded by GEF, Global Environment Facility, Global Environment Facility, right? GEF, Global Environment Facility, Global Environment Facility. Go to the next. HRD Ministry, now called as Sakale Kaitile, Education Ministry. HRD Ministry kebetu tila 1985 HRD Ministry tila तना change egri कौन है कि वर्तमान Education Minister है कि go to the next New Educational Policy 2020. New Educational Policy, anybody? New NEP 2020, New Educational Policy 2020. It replace NPA 1986. Right, 34 years after 34 years NEP, it replaced NEP in 1986 after 34 years. All right, 50% gross enrollment ratio, higher education, 50% gross enrollment gross enrollment ratio by 2035. Gross enrollment ratio 2035. Clear? By 2035, UGC plus AICT merge, right? UGC and AICT merge. UGC AICT alga organization rahibani misi jiba. University Grant Commission and All India Council for Technical Education merge. Right? Flexible subject, multi-entry, like a undergraduate 3 to 4 years and postgraduate 1 to 2 years. Postgraduate integrated bachelor, integrated 5-year bachelor, 5-year bachelors, and MPhil is discontinued. MPhil discontinued. Right, MPhil discontinued. Credit transfer and academic bank of credit. Credit transfer and academic bank of credit and academic bank of credit. Academy bank of credit. Academy bank of credit. पूरा सबू का अंडर अच्छे एजुकेशनल पॉलिसी अंडर रे मॉडल मल्टी disciplinary education and research, university Meru, model multidisciplinary educational and research university 35,000 colleges, 45,000 colleges affiliated, 45,000 colleges affiliated. Right, this is all about your new educational policy. This is all about new educational policy. Go to the next. Look, Rafale, that is the fighter jet, Rafale fighter jet recently landed at Ambala Air Force Base. Ambala Air Force Base, included in number 17 squadron, included in number 17 squadron, known as the Golden Arrows, right? One of the most controversial deal. Go to the next. Like MOES, knowledge, resource center, MOES knowledge resource center, launched by Ministry of Earth Science, MO knowledge by Ministry of Earth Science, dare to dream 2.0 contest, launched by DRDO, for innovator and startup, Dare to Dream 2.0 contest launched by DRDO for innovator and startup, Like a 23 PSUs, public sector unity will be disinvested. 23 PSUs will be disinvested. So target collection, important. The target collection, how much money will be collected? The target collection, like a 2.10 lakh crore. Target collection 2.10 lakh. Go to the next. That's on disinvestment for the way. Like a BISKR, mobile app recently launched Mobile app recently launched. BISKR mobile app recently launched. What is BIS? Bureau of Indian Standard. What is BIS? Bureau of Indian Standard. Bureau of Indian Standard. Bureau of Indian Standard. Go to the next. Go to the next. Clear? Like a Mawsam. What do you mean by Mawsam? Mawsam. It is the fast weather app. Fast weather app. It is the fast weather app launched by IMD. 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 IMD. Weather app launched by IMD. For general public. For general public. Right. For general public. Go to the next. Go to the next. Rozgar Bazaar. Who launched the Rozgar Bazaar? Which organization or state launched the Rozgar Bazaar? It is launched by Delhi government. Rozgar Bazaar launched by Delhi government. Rozgar Bazaar launched by Delhi government. Clear? It is for the job seeker in the national capital. It is for the job seeker in the national capital. Covishield, 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 right? It's a right? India to take up the clinical trial of Oxford vaccine called as Covishield. The clinical trial of Oxford vaccine called as Covishield. Go to the next. Go to the next. Like India's first honey testing laboratory. India's first honey testing laboratory. India's first honey testing laboratory set up at NDDB. Set up at NDDB in Anand district. In the Anand district of Gujarat. Anand district of Gujarat. India's first honey testing laboratory set up in the Anand district of Gujarat. Set up in the Anand district of Gujarat. Go to the next. Go to the next. What is NDDB? National Bee Board. Right. NDDB, National Dairy Development Board. This is the National Dairy Development Board. Dairy Development. National Dairy Development Board. This is the National Dairy Development Board. All right. Next one is NBB. NBB, National Bee Board. National Bee Board. NBB, National Bee Board. National Bee Board. Macadamization Program, MACA. DAMISATION program launched by J&K. Launched by J&K. Launched by J&K. World's first electrified. World's first electrified. World's first electrified double stack container, double stack containers, tunnel, containers, tunnel, world's first electrified double stack tunnel. Alright, Indian Railway near Haryana, Indian Railway near Haryana, Indian Railway near Haryana, world's first electrified double stack container tunnel, Indian Railway, Haryana, Indian Railway, Haryana, Indian Railway, oh, no, it will connect Aravalli Hills, it will connect Aravalli Hills, it will connect Aravalli Hills to Sohana, Haryana, Aravalli Hills to Sohana, Haryana. Right, Aravalli, Haryana, right. Aravalli Hills, Mewata, Aravalli to Sohana, Haryana. It right, clear. It is under the right developed by. It will be developed by DFCCIL, the dedicated freight, corridor corporation, dedicated freight corridor corporation of India Limited, India Limited, India Ideas Summit, India Ideas Summit 2020, organized by USIBC. India Ideas Summit 2020, organized by USIBC, United States India Business Council. What is the theme? Building a better future. Building a better future. Building a better future. Building a better future. Go to the next. Building a better future. Like Adani Port, sign for Adani Port, sign up for the science-based targets initiative, science-based target initiative, restart India, launched for MSME sector, structure, developed by anybody, it is developed by Muthoot Finance Corporation, Muthoot Finance Corporation, and Ink Talks, Muthoot Finance Corporation and Ink Talks, under the Atmanirbhar projects, Go to the next, Atmanirbhar projects, largest solar power plant, of Indian Navy, recently commissioned, largest solar power plant of Indian Navy, recently commissioned, commissioned. It is commissioned art. It is commissioned art. Ijimal, Ezhimala, Ijimala, Ijimala. That is Indian Naval Academy. Indian Naval Academy. Indian Naval Academy. 3 megawatt power, 3 megawatt solar power plant. 3 megawatt solar power plant. Largest solar power plant of Indian Navy recently commissioned on Ijimala, the Indian Naval Academy. 3 megawatt solar power plant. 3 megawatt solar power plant. Go to the next. Solar power plant. Next, KAPP3. KAPP3. Right. Right. Situated in Gujarat. Situated in Gujarat. Situated in Gujarat. Right. What is KP? Kakrapar. KAKRAPR. Kakrapar. Atomic Power Project. Kakrapar Atomic Power Project. Kakrapar Atomic Power Projects. Kakrapar Atomic Power Project. 700 MWE megawatt. 700 megawatt. Right. It is called as the PHWR. PHWR, pressurized heavy water reactor. Pressurized heavy water reactor. Right. It is the India's largest. It is the India's largest PHWR KAPP3 project. It is situated in Gujarat. Kakrapar Atomic Power Project, 700 megawatt. It is developed under pressurized heavy water reactor. It is the India's largest PHWR. It is India's largest PHWR. Clear? ठीक ठाक अच्छे ना नहीं? ठीक ठाक अच्छे ना नहीं? KAPP3 कौच केरला रे छे? No. No, KAPP3 Baba Gujarat, Kakrapar nuclear plant, Gujarat, not in Kerala. It is in Gujarat. It is in Gujarat, right, Pile? There may be certain confusion, Indrajit Baba. It is in Gujarat. Okay, clear? Right. Go to the next. Vishwa Kripan Abhijan. BRIKSHAROPAN Abhiyan. Abhiyan is launched by Home Ministry. Launched by Home Minister. It is launched by Home Ministry. It is launched by Home Ministry. All right. All right. All right. Objective for the large scale plantation. Large scale plantation. Large scale plantation in coal areas, in coal mines areas. कोल माइंस एरिया रे एडा को बहुत गछ लगे पड़िबो कना पॉल्यूशन बड़ी बड़ी जाउचे वाटर बहुत तळुकु पळौचे तनो एडा करबा दरकार गो टू द नेक्स्ट भारत ड्रोन BHART भारत drones launched by Indian Army got the Bharat drones developed by DRDO, developed by DRDO, developed by DRDO, developed by DRDO. Like DHRUVASTRA. India successfully test fires. India successfully testified ATGM. India successfully testified ATGM. What is Dhruvastra? Dhruvastra. India successfully testified ATGM. What is ATGM? Anti-tank guided missile. ATGM, anti-tank guided missile. Earlier it is called as Helena. 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 Go to the next. India's first public EV charging plaza. 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 EV. India's first public EV charging plaza. EV charging plaza. All right. By Union Power Minister. Union Power Minister. By Union Power Minister. It is at Chelsea Road, New Delhi. Venue Koti open is Chelsea Road, CHELM, CHELM, SFORD, Ford Club, New Delhi. It is in the New Delhi. India's first public EV charging plaza, Union Power Minister venue, Chelmsford Road Stop, New Delhi, Chelmsford Road Club, New Delhi. What is raise? There is important point. Raise. What is raise? Retro. Retrofit of air conditioning. Air conditioning to improve the indoor air quality. Indoor air quality. Indoor air quality. Indoor air quality for safety and efficiency. For safety and efficiency. Raise retrofit of air conditioning to improve the indoor air quality for safety and efficiency. For safety and efficiency. जो हमें बहुत गुड़ाए घरे एसी लगौचे जहाद्वारा कि ऑक्सीजन कंटेंट कमी कमी पड़ोचे एयर रू बहुत पॉल्यूशन भी रहउची जोटा कि आखि की देखा जाउनी फ्यूचर रे कोन हबो कैंसर बड़ी डिजीज हबो यानी दैट इज एमोनिया को से छाडुची मार्केट राइट एसी रे भी बहुत कूलेंट्स थाए से कूलेंट जाक बॉडी पई कोन हार्मफुल गो टू द नेक्स्ट Madhu Babu pension scheme. Madhu Babu pension scheme. Madhu Babu pension scheme. Odisha government include transgenders. Transgender वालों को मधु बाबू पेंशन स्कीम रे ओडिशा गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉय करिचे right and monthly pension of 500 rupees 700 rupees and 900 rupees 500 rupees 700 rupees and 900 rupees depend upon the categories Consumer Protection Act 2019 comes into force from 20th July 2020. Who is the Consumer Affairs Minister? Ramvilas Paswan recently died. Who is the Consumer Affairs Officer? Ramvilas Paswan recently died. Political party LJP, Lok Jan Shakti Party. AIMS Delhi एम्स दिल्ली हाँ एबे पीयूष गोयल हला ता पूर्वरु किए थिले ता पूर्वरु रामविलास पासवान थिले एबे पीयूष गोयल हले ता पूर्वरु जो रामविलास पासवान थिले कंज्यूमर अफेयर्स फूड एंड पब्लिक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन पीयूष गोयल को एबे एडिशनल चार्जेस दिया छी रियल मिनिस्टर थिले तुमरो कंज्यूमर अफेयर्स फूड एंड पब्लिक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन रामविलास पासवान LJP after the death it is given to the interimly given to the Piyush Goyal AIMS Delhi begins the registration for conducting human trials of Covaxin human trial of Covaxin human trials of Covaxin go to the next aspire. What do you mean by aspire? Anybody? It is a e-portal. Launched by ICAT. It is a e-portal launched by ICAT. What is ICAT? International Center for Automotive Technology. E-portal launched by ICAT, International Center for Automotive Technology. All the capital of northeastern states will be connected through rail network. All the capital of northeastern state will be connected through rail network. Go to the next. Remember, PM Trade Vendor Atmanirbhar Nidhi. It's a mobile app. Recently launched. Go to the next. Right. Uttarakhand to generate electricity from waste. That is waste of energy. What is the title? Waste to energy. Waste to energy. Right. India lifted 273 million. India lifted 273 million out of poverty in 10 years. By United Nations. United Nations called 10 years. Go to the next. Right. 75th anniversary of United Nations recently addressed by addressed by PM, addressed by PM. This session is for economic and social council. Economic and social council. Economic and social council. India P7 heavy drop system. P7 heavy drop system developed by DRDO, developed by DRDO for IL-76 aircraft. IL-76, clear? IL-76, clear? Clear? तो ठीक लगेला, ठीक ठाक गला ना नहीं? Anybody? Right. जदि हमें इवनिंग रे काली क्लास रखिबा, जदि हमें केते नाइट जाके क्लास रखिले तुमको प्रॉब्लम नहीं? Anybody? जदि हमें राति रे क्लास रखिबा इवनिंग रे अप टू केतरा जाके लास्ट क्लास रखले तुमको असुविधा नहीं? टिके चैट कलो मो सहित till 10 PM तापरे anybody? सरोजा ओके केतरा आगे में जदि रखिबा राति रे क्लास प्रॉब्लम हबनी 10 10 10 10:30 10 9:30 11 10:30 ओके 10 10 10:30 ओके ठीक है राइट ओके क्लियर तो किछि डेवलप होउछि त ना नहीं तुम मानकर किछि डेवलपमेंट होउछि ना नहीं किछि जदी आउ नुवा जिंस किछि तुमे